Hello, Ceaseless Challengers, this is Crimson, and you're watching some Dark Souls. And we're picking up where we left off, after defeating the Centipede Demon in the lovely lava playground that we got to down there, after defeating the Fire Sage, which is just one of those big stray demons that likes to pretend it can do fire more. And now we're going to talk to this lady who's going to be more cooperative now that those demons are killed, right?
Ah, it has been some time, truth be told. I thought you had perished.
Well, I thought you had perished.
I have a favor to ask. My mother, the Witch of Izalith, was one of the primeval lords. Her power came from the soul that she found near the first flame. She focused this power to light a flame of her own. But she failed to control it. The flame of chaos engulfed Mother and my sisters and molded them into deformed creatures. Only I escaped. And now I am here. But my mother and sisters have been in anguish since. I beseech you, free Mother and my sisters from the flame of chaos. I cannot do it myself. I lack the strength and the bravery. But you, I realize what I am asking. But please, free their poor souls. Mother's ambitions were misguided, no doubt. But surely 1,000 years of atonement is enough.
So, after defeating those two demons, the Centipede and the Fire Sage, she's a bit more talkative. I was trying to get her to talk to me earlier, and I didn't do that yet, but we figured it out.
I have a favor to
And then
ask
she'll
my
ask the same favor again, and again,
cannot
and again,
I read Mother's
and again, and
no
again.
luck. Well, young pupil, you must have patience, but do not keep me waiting much longer.
I won't. I got things to do, like use Homeward, a spell using my Divine Casting Catalyst to teleport to the last bonfire. Rest of that should look very familiar. Is over here with good old Knight guy here hanging out. And our awesome greatsword with its lovely vertical swings, which is cool and awesome. This is the greatsword of Artorias, by the way. It has all this stat scaling I'm sure it went over, but I like it a lot, so I'm going to use it. And I'm just going out there for another reason to make sure we had our orange charred ring equipped so we can run across this lovely lava. That's shiny and hot and going to burn us, but we can take it. Doesn't completely reduce the damage, you know, so it still does damage, which hurts quite a bit. Ow. And now we get to this lovely area. Lost Izalith. With these lovely lower torsos. Look like some kind of giant zombie chickens. I'm not sure if they're meant to be dragon corpses or, I don't know, dinosaurs. Whatever you want to call them. They look like giant zombie chickens to me. So, we have an interesting task ahead of us. Getting past these into lava. There are a few tricks, like we could have used a bow from way back on that little ledge where the area name popped up. If you're having trouble, you can get a few free kills off there. These guys don't respawn after you kill them, so you can do that. Another tactic is to get a bunch of them together and convince them to jump on each other. Or I could just sneak past them, which I'm hoping I'll be able to get past quite a few of them. Probably not. I'm gonna try. But there is some nice loot here. Attack it in case of mimics. Not a mimic though. And this is a soul of a great hero. That's 20,000 souls right there. And each of the 4 areas likes to hide them on you. But there's one for you. For major bequeathed lords. Likes to hide them on you. Burn this! Alright, sat you down. So, we have this lovely pair here. Let's see if we can demonstrate with them. Excuse me, sirs? No? You just gonna slowly walk towards me? And stomp on me somehow? Well, I can't resist your knockback. So, you can hide in here with this thing hanging out there. And what I'll go with is, let's see, how much do you weigh home? 6.8. Gloves are way too heavy, but we'll solve that later. I figured out what the dried finger does. It makes it, or it resets your invasion timer, making it more likely for you to be invaded. Which is some complicated netcode thing, maybe, that just makes it more likely for you to be invaded. So they jump like that sometimes, these zombie chickens, and make it hard to lock onto them, apparently. And they stomp, which hurts a lot and is hard to get out of. And they just like to be a general nuisance. My fire probably is not even, doing a whole lot as I get stomped on, but that's a tactic. Let's take this guy on for real. Alright, getting underneath his legs, he'll still step on you. Now the jump is what'll really hurt, but you can sometimes move out of the way. You know what, let's just stop me being bad. As this one tail swipes at me. And pray they all kill each other. Is that too much to ask for all you giant zombie chickens to hit each other? So it can be quite time consuming if you want to kill all these guys, but you do get a decent amount of souls for it. Just make sure you go to this place and attack this illusionary wall, because as you can see, here's a bonfire. And it is the closest one, aside from that one we were last at, to the point where, well, you'll likely be dying a few times your first time through. I don't have many gloves because I sorted out my inventory. Oh well, dragon head. Guess we're stuck with it. I guess we're going like this. Good old dragon head. Okay, so we're gonna rest here since the chickens didn't chase me and start murdering each other. Had to use a few flasks I didn't plan on. But before we run to the next area, that could be very difficult to figure out where to go to. We're gonna go up here and have some more loot, as the statues like to say hi. So, you see this lovely branch here that's somehow not igniting in the lava? You can run right on up it. The branch bridge. I don't know what tree this branch is growing from, but it is, apparently. It's very confusing. Extremely so. You can have this lovely item, Twin Humanities, which we're probably going to use. Or more likely just 2 humanity. So nothing else up here. Get some humanity for you. Now we are going to become human here. Yeah, we'll just use that twin. Or reverse our hollowing and kindle that fire. Because there is a particular event here we'd like to happen. Not warping. Kindle. Before kindling, reverse hollowing. I have a brain. Promise. It's there. Somewhere. Just gotta look for it. Okay. Alright, there we go. Give me my 10 flasks. And give some other random player in the vicinity a nice flask. Oh, where you have to go from here, which is, you know, pretty far out from where we started, is to this little tunnel that you can barely see through the darkness. So once you get in here, we see another branch bridge path. That is the only way that people somehow got to this mysterious place in the lava temple. I don't even know what to call this place. The lava temple. We don't have our red robes. So, now we're here. And we won't be running through lava anymore, so we can switch to, say, Havel's ring. If we can find it. There it is. And with that, our equipment load gets a lot more room. I could say, get some nice heavy stuff on. Gloves are going to be too much, and we can't put helm, so we're going to clank around like this for a little while. Clank, 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 clank. Lots of statues here. Some of them aren't even real. No point in attacking them. The fake ones are very dark. Ow. Well, whoever did fire is a jerk right there. And the real ones move. Can't break the fake ones, sadly. That would have been a nice improvement. Again, check your corners. But these guys are slow and have a very long wind-up on their fire breath, so it's easy to run right on past these guys. But first time through, we're gonna kill them all. Don't get many souls. Really, really like this sword. Isn't it nice? It's in the Great Sword category. So many other great swords will have similar swings and not require any faith and intelligence to use. So now we've got to think about what our next stat raise is going to be. More strength so we could use some better shields. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. And more endurance so we could wear better gear all the time. That'd be nice. Although I'm a little bit hesitant on that one because I'm going to end up forcing myself to use heavy clanky armor all the time if I have that much endurance. Because I don't like listening to myself clank around. It's nice and immersive, but you know, it just kind of wears in on you with how loud the clankiness is. It's hard to reduce the clankiness directly without lowering everything else. And the visceral sounds of stabbing something in the back, or just having your big old great sword tear through the rocky exterior of the next enemy is very satisfying. So we have this guy guarding the stairs. He's well, he's an Octorok. He likes to spit acid and belt your gear and durability, or just kind of fight you incompetently. He's got a lot of eyes, and well, you can get a little preview of his head there. But don't worry about that for now. You'll get a much better view of it. I'm gonna have a little flask here since I have so many. Imminent pyromancy? No way! I don't want to get pyromanced. So there's this fellow. Or lady fellow. I think it's a lady. That needs some stabbing. And, whoop! And also Dark Knight Kirk, for the third and final time, shows up here, if you are human. This is why I restored our humanity. We didn't kill the pyromancer and its squishiness early. And as you notice, they work together and don't hit each other. I wanted to demonstrate a bit more about those two together, but I screwed up. But hey, I got the head off. Very happy about that. I got to use another humanity here. But those two, it is pretty weird to me that they don't hit each other. A lot of enemies do in the game, and just for some reason those two, they're just buddies. It's very weird. So let's get out of this thing. Put that on. How much more room? So we're gonna have to put our lava walking ring on again. So make sure you do that if you manage to get yourself killed in there. Yeah. Oh man, I could even get a little bit of weight, although I think I'm wearing the heaviest thing I have around. Except for this thing, which will look fantastic. Okay, the ring. So if you're not going to wear the charred orange ring all the time, you're going to have to re-equip it every time you head on through here. Because you are going to melt quite a bit on your travels. Okay, that's easier. And Heffels. So we're looking fine, aren't we? I don't know why this Xanathos gear has to look this way, but I'm not going to complain about it. I'm wearing 3 pieces of Havels. Just look at me. Alright. Okay, that's a bit too much for me. Black Cleric. Might be a little bit better, but hey. You know, who could disagree with silly black leg pants that kind of clip through everything? Again, these guys are easy to run past if you're going to be doing some heavy fighting. And they're collecting all the loot in here, because there is actually quite a bit, along with some slabs that you only get once per playthrough. And you don't have very many warp points near here. So if you want to do all your looting, probably going to want to do it first time through. And there's a few events here, as you can tell, with Dark Knight Kirk and Pyromancer fellow lady. So again, this time we're just going to kill the Pyromancer before Kirk shows up. Again, because it's a spellcaster, you can just run up to it and hit it a bunch and stagger it so it doesn't get any spell casts off. Alright. So just rush it down and you can fight Kirk all on his own. Hopefully he won't go launching himself off cliffs this time, since there's none about even. But you just hit him, and he dies. Nice and simple. And that's going to cause his gear to spawn back at the Daughter of Chaos. But notice we have a nice chunk of souls from that as well. So keep note. I'll give some humanity and his spiked shield. And this person will give us the Izalith Catalyst. So showing those off. Way down here. I guess I'll put this in this hand for now. Spiked shield. You can swing at people. Yeah, punch. Two-handed. I am the shield combatant. So, not the most impressive. Doesn't even have 100% physical block, but it has bleed effect for a shield, which is odd. But if you are using it as a weapon and just like to hit people with shields, then you can make them bleed. It's weird. 10 and 12, that 12 dex. Shield of the infamous Darkwraith Kirk, Knight of Thorns, covered with spikes. Can be used as a weapon. Sharp spikes cause heavy bleeding. And the Izalith Catalyst, which is an okay one. Notice that the magic adjust on some of these, you see in the Tin Crystallization Catalyst, that's the weird one. I think it's 19, but the Tin Banishment, 136, and the Izalith is 142, with that A-ranked magic scaling. So it's a pretty nice one. The Catalyst of the Witch of Izalith of long ago, when her daughters were still flame witches, before they were engulfed by the Chaos Flame. Both the birth of pyromancy, their wands were mediums for sorcery. I can't even read today. But knowledge of this flame sorcery has long since vanished. I guess I should equip it. Probably worth showing it. It's nice and pokey and long. If you're a long stick wielder, can two-hand it. Enough with the stick. So in the rest of this area, you have walls that aren't illusionary. You have fellows like this guy over here who will do this attack, where they spit acid, which will wear through your durability. So be careful not to be torn apart by that. Because he's guarding a nice chest. It's not a mimic. No harm in checking. Which guards the Pyromancy Chaos Flame Whip, which will open up an event with the first Pyromancy guy you rescued in the sewers, in the depths. So, you can go talk to him now. Trigger his going crazy event. There's your boss fog wall, but we're not going to go there just yet. Just wanted to get Kirk out of the way. And get our Pyromancy. Now there's that path down there. And there's this path over here. You can drop down and nab that. Or you can do the more difficult drop down here. Where these fellows, hello, Sachio, are guarding. But we're just going to walk around and grab this. It's pretty easy. You get the soul of a hero worth 10,000 souls. Pretty nice to grab. And there's this item right here. That's a bit tricky. Notice that it's going to be hard to fall on that without sliding off completely. There are a few ways to do it. So let's see if we can get it first try. Oh, I rolled too hard. But it's not too long of a run if you fail. But although with the luck I had getting the triple shot repeated crossbow, it's going to be here forever. Settle in for the long haul, everybody. I'm trying to make a jump. We could be here for a while. It's going to be a two-hour long video. Telling it now of just running in this circle over and over. I'll make it. I'll get it. I feel sad because I probably would have made it if I didn't roll. And I was thinking, wait, do I roll here? Do I not roll? Alright, so slide. There we go. And I turned when I could have just grabbed the item. Again. Failed again. No surprises there. At all. We'll get it. We'll get it. Just gotta keep at it. But hey, just think about all the things we're gonna buy with this 42,000 souls. You know, we could get our strength up to 26, which might get us closer to using a big shield, a big boy shield. That would be great. I'd be very happy to be able to use one of those in the situations where I need it. We could work on our endurance, although with Havel's ring equipped, we're pretty much at our endurance cap that we'd want, since we're using, there we go, our rare ring of sacrifice. Now that we actually made it that time. With not using heavy armor for our chest, clanky armor is what I should call it. Because I don't like it. Clinks. Clank, clink, clink. But we could get it up to where we can use these 3 pieces of Havel. Or at least 2. Without having a ring. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. And my hat is off to you. Now it's off to you, and not that guy who invaded me.